Wild Camping Scotland, sponsored by Atropa IT Solutions. Good morning. Well, as far as sleeps go, that wasn't the best. Wild animals everywhere. I think there were foxes, but it sounded like there were foxes arguing with birds, some kind of big birds. Really weird, like women crying kind of noises. I think that were foxes. But they got quite close to the tent at one point. I didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. Feeling a bit better today. I managed to get something to eat, have a good sleep, but I do need to find water. I'm dehydrated. So we'll get on the road and hopefully I can get a litre of water down me if we can find a clean stream somewhere. So let's get packed up and get on our way. So just looking at today's route, we are here. This is going to be a hard slog today. No trees, no nothing. It's going to be very boring. On a road, cars getting on my nerves. What I was going to do is come up here to Grantown-on-Spey. I'm thinking of going down this road and going straight to Nethy Bridge and cutting this out. Because I think it's about December the 2nd. I set off on November the 4th. So by the time I get to my destination, I'll have done over a month. And my ankle is killing me. I can hardly walk this morning. So I'm just a bit worried that I'm going to get stuck up here and not be able to continue. So I'm going to take the easier option down to Nethy Bridge, Loch Garton, Boat of Garton, and then down here back to the start somewhere, which is about there. So anyway, let's get on with this. Let's hope my ankle holds up for me today. Bit worried about it, I'll be honest. It's a bitterly cold but beautiful morning. Not a bad morning for walking really, if I wasn't in agony. I'm limping. With every step I'm limping. It's rubbing on this side. It's not nice. I don't know, I've got my shoes in my bag. I might have to put my shoes on, but I don't want to ruin them really. I suppose whilst I'm walking on the road it wouldn't be a bad idea. But we'll give it a mile, see how we get on. Look how beautiful. You know, as soon as the sun comes out it's a different place. Well, isn't that a beautiful sight? See all the snow on the mountains there? That's why I'm walking around the Cairngorms, guys, and not over them. Basically, I was going to try and walk on them, but I was told I'm just not experienced enough. You need experience with an ice pick and things like that. So I wasn't going to risk my life on there. But yeah, quite beautiful today. That's the best view I've had of them. Now that's a very welcoming sight. We've got blue trees again. All the heather and moorland looks to be over. Probably for the whole trip now. I think we're going to be going back into green, back into trees, back into my kind of thing. I like trees. I don't know, I could hug trees all day long. Yeah, I've just measured myself. I did 1 kilometre in 12 minutes. And at some points it's taken me up to 40 minutes to do a kilometre with my boots on. It's because I'm on a road and I've got my shoes on. It just makes such a massive difference. I'm just taking a minute out. I'm having a little drink. I'm getting off this road in 1.82 kilometres, and I can't wait to be. I'm sick of this road. There's not many cars come on it, but when they do, they're going like 70 miles an hour, whizzing past you. And as you're walking along, all the bottles and crap which they just throw out of the windows, it makes you a bit sick really. Whereas when I'm walking on the paths, the walkers' paths, you never see any litter. What does that tell you, eh? Lazy bone-idle people in the cars can't be bothered to carry the rubbish from the car to a bin. This is possibly the best day's weather we've had in a month. It is absolutely glorious. I think that's coupled with the fact I can see the kind of surroundings I want to see over there. The hills, the snow on the mountains, the forest. It's just heavenly. Oh, and a rock. Don't forget the rock. And a red bucket over there. Beautiful. It's the most beautiful sunny day. But in this little wood here, it is pitch black. You can't see a thing in there. All I can see is a lot of white on the floor as I'm walking past, a lot of white tins of paint, which I suppose you've got to expect them in the woods, haven't you? How else do trees get green in summer? But yeah, so dark. Right, I'm at the end of the road. I'm turning down here. And then I think there's just a little bit more moorland and rubbish, and then I'm up to some lovely trees, and we'll start looking for somewhere to stay tonight. By the way, I'm told with these barriers, you know, once the snow gets too bad, the road's not passable, they just put these barriers up, and basically all the villages are just shut down for winter. Nobody can get in, nobody can get out. Yeah, I'm heading over there somewhere. Come on! We're fair motoring now. Fittest man in Britain, me, I'm telling you. I can just tell what they're thinking, you know. They're just laughing. Ah, look at him, he's only got 2 legs. Wonder when last time they saw a human being was. Look at them beauties. What are they? Are they Aberdeen Angus? They look more like buffaloes. Beautiful. And I know all you Americans are just thinking, oh, I'd like a pair of them horns on my wall. It's a beautiful day, but a cold one. As you can see, there's ice all over here. I've got a feeling there were a bit of snow here last night. Certainly on the hills. It's like being in a bit of a fantasy land at the moment. Just beautiful Christmas trees and glorious sun and blue sky and mountains everywhere. Oh, and heather. Don't forget the heather. I don't like heather. Don't do heather. I come from where heather is. I don't need it up here as well. But it's stunning. Absolutely stunning. So peaceful, so calm. You've still got ice on the grass, but it's warm. Well, it is because I'm walking. I think another 1.5 kilometres and I'm at my camp for tonight. I'll find somewhere round the corner, somewhere over there. This is exactly where I want to be tonight. Just hope I can find some water. All the way down this road it's just signs with smiley faces on the back and the front. How pretty. I've got a load of beehives in here. I'm just looking for my water source, to be honest with you. Trying to find somewhere to camp, but I've just been in there and it is all moss. Deep moss and heather. So I'm trying to get to this water source and see if it's any better up here. Right, this is a camp tonight. Not particularly happy with it, but it'll do. It'll do. Problem is, I'm coming up to the next village, Nethy Bridge, and that's in about 2 kilometres to the centre, and I don't want to hit that today because I won't be able to find anywhere to camp around there, so I decided to stop before I get there, and then I'll go into Nethy Bridge tomorrow, pick up some sandwiches and stuff, and some fuel. But yeah, we're just going to stop here. I've noticed further down there's a few where people have made, you know, these self-made shelter things, and there's actually a bag saying logs on it, so they haven't taken the rubbish. I can't see where they've had a fire, but they shouldn't have had a fire here if it were in summer. This is really spongy, mossy ground. So let's get set up. Tired. I've walked so far today you wouldn't believe. Well, I've got my stove going. I'm just having a pot noodle for now. I'm going to have something to eat later. Look how disgustingly brown my water is here. But it'll be alright once it's boiled. I'm just going to have that and a coffee. I've had I presume it's a police helicopter, I don't know. Rescue helicopter. It's been circling over me for 20 minutes now. Don't know why, really. I've not put out any distress signal. I'm just waiting for a police van to turn up now. Someone in a car. Bob is running through the woods, asking me if I'm alright or not. You know, I'm just sat here having a ponder, as you do. Well, I do anyway. I like to have a ponder from time to time. I was thinking, Captain Hook, right? He didn't always have a hook on his hand. So what was his name before that? Is it just a coincidence that his name was Mr. Hook and he became Captain Hook? Or was he just called Captain? Or did he have a completely different name? Makes you think, doesn't it? I'll tell you what. Right, this one gets me. If you're in court, yeah, and the main witness, basically, everything relies on what he says in this court. When he's asked to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and he says no, what happens? Does the murderer or whatever get off scot-free? Even though everyone knows he did it. Yeah, what happens? Surely they've got to make him. Would they torture him? And make him tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help me God. And what about prison buses? Now, do they have emergency exits? And don't they chain the person up anyway? Like to a chair or something, or they chain them to each other. Surely that's against health and safety. Even if they have emergency exits, surely it's against health and safety to chain somebody to something which could cause them harm. If one of them died in the crash and the bus is on fire, that's against health and safety, surely. Don't you agree? Right, I'm calling it a night. I'm tired. Thanks for joining me today. There's only about 5 days left, I reckon. We're getting quite close to Aviemore now. And it shouldn't take me too long to get there, so let's wake up bright and happy and stuff tomorrow and make the most of the last few days, shall we? I'm off to bed. You're not invited. Goodbye. Well, you asked for more videos, so don't miss the all-new lineup for 2015. Deep Fried Dan returns every Monday, cooking concoctions in the kitchen.
Ow, disgusting! People are eating this all across the world. Ugh! Right, I've mixed it all together. If it's meant to be a dough, it's not.
Wednesdays are all about travel, following my adventures in wild camping Scotland. Boo. Okay, so you want me to try and get a fire going, do you? Got Mummy Hill, Daddy Hill, Baby Hill, Benny Hill, Jimmy Hill, Damon Hill. It's just hills everywhere. Fridays see the return of metal detecting as I continue my search for history and treasure.
Bang, 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 bang. I think I found some gold. It's a gold ring. It's a gold ring. It's a gold ring.
And with more wild camping on Sunday and possibly even more thrown in through the nights, you can be sure I'm here to annoy you all week and every week. Click subscribe and join me next time, only on YouTube.